And Purewal for Andi Boxing. I'm joined by trainer Kevin Barry. Kevin, we've just seen Canelo-Alvarez victorious by unanimous decision against Canelo-Golovkin tonight. What did you make of the main event?
Look, great fight. I think Gennady would be looking at that fight, wishing he'd got going a little bit earlier. Like halfway through the fight, after the first 6 rounds, Canelo was pitching a shutout, which was always going to make it hard. And I was sort of surprised. I thought Canelo tired a little bit in the 11th and 12th, and Gennady had good rounds, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What more was you expecting from Gennady tonight? There was a lot of
for a 40-year-old guy who's been boxing a long time, made over 20 world title defenses, I don't think we could actually expect it any more from him. He finished like a real champion, and I like to see him now retire and give the sport up. He's been a great ambassador for boxing and a great middleweight world champion.
What would you like to see next for Canelo?
I think it's unfinished business with Dimitri Bivol. Bivol's got to take care of his fight on November 5 with Zerdo, which I expect him to. I think it's going to be a very, very hard fight for Canelo, the rematch. But I think he's talking about wanting the fight, so as a boxing fan, I want to see that fight.
Kevin, just final one, you've got Joyce-Parker, your former trainee, your former man, fighting Joe Joyce next week. Just your thoughts on that?
Look, I think it's a great fight. It's a great fight for heavyweight boxing. It's 2 of the main players in the heavyweight division. Joyce-Parker, very experienced, very fast, former world champion. Joe Joyce, a fighter with a huge motor, riding a real high at the moment, 14-0, 13 knockouts. It's a big fight. It's a big fight for boxing. It's a big fight for both these guys, and it's a big fight for the WBO. It's the number 1 and the number 2 fighting for the interim world heavyweight championship. Look, I was FaceTiming Joe last Sunday. I was sitting outside having a beer, and he called me, and I just said, "Look, mate, you're not going to have to look for this guy. He's going to be there. Joe Joyce is going to be there. He's going to be in your face." The thing about Joyce-Parker, he's always had phenomenal hand speed, and for Joe, his speed is his power. And the old cliche in boxing, it's the punch that you don't see that does the damage. So I said to him, when Joe Joyce is walking you down and throwing punches, let your hands go.
Kevin, I appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thanks very much, man.
Thank you, Kevin.